Folks, here we are. We are alive. We're alive and feeling right, and everything is good in life. We are at Dr. Jekyll's here in Appleton, Wisconsin. I'm here with my partner, my life partner, Miles, the You Betcha guy.
Hello, Charles.
Hello, Miles. And it's a big day for Miles, ladies and gentlemen, because this week it is his birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Miles. Do you like that? I'm kind of like doing the Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, yeah, I can feel it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was getting erotic over here. Anyway, happy birthday to you.
Do you guys have any breath mints at the bar?
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. You know, I was trying to be nice to you and sing you a birthday song. Miles, what's the best part about your birthday and the worst part about your birthday? Just birthdays in general. You don't even have to personalize it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think I'm not like a big birthday guy. You know, we all
not anymore. You lost a lot of weight. That joke's for your birthday.
We all got a birthday. You know?
We all do.
So what are we celebrating?
Should be celebrating our mom.
And yeah. Thank you, Charlie.
Did you call your mom on your birthday, Miles?
Well, it's not my birthday yet when we're recording this, but I actually will be with my mom on my birthday, so that's even better.
Where are you guys going?
Cambodia.
Nice. So, Miles, I interrupted the thought process there. What's the best part and the worst part about the birthday?
I think best part, you just have a built-in excuse to do whatever you want with no consequences, just short of breaking the law. You know, I don't think that's gonna fly in court, but you know, hey, I want to play video games all day. Then you're like, well, you can't. My birthday.
It's your birthday.
Perfect. Not saying that's what I want to do, but you just got a nice built-in excuse and do whatever you want. Now, where I think the worst part is when people start taking advantage of that, and a birthday turns into a birth week, which turns into a birth month, which turns into a birth year. You know? And all of a sudden you got 33-year-olds getting a party bus because it's their birth month. And I don't know. It's a lot.
I get that. I think a hard part about birthday in this day and age, and Facebook really started it, is like announcing it's your birthday. So then you get a whole slew of people that text you once a year on your birthday, and they text happy birthday exclamation point. You're like,
yeah. And quite literally you open up the text and the last text chain you got was from a year ago. And they didn't even switch up what they said. They weren't like, happy birthday, man. Yeah. Or happy birthday, bro.
Or hope you have a good one today.
Happy birthday exclamation point.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's tough.
There's kind of those people that only text on birthdays and Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those are the 3 days that people reflexively text message. And then what you have is just this dilemma of like, do I even bother responding? That was nice. They thought of me, but did they? You know?
Yeah, they saw it on Facebook.
Or did they send out a mass text like for Christmas? They send out a mass text.
There was a weird period of time like on Facebook when your birthday was public and people would write on your wall and they would say happy birthday. And you felt really bad initially of not responding to all those people. Like, yeah, they wish me happy birthday. Don't be a dick, whatever. And then you got a couple years into that and you're just like, I'm not going to respond to this.
Yeah. Or
I didn't ask for this. Facebook just displayed my birthday.
Yeah.
I did not ask for people to do this.
And then the other thing would be people would do is like the next day they'd be like, oh my gosh, I feel so loved yesterday. Thanks to everyone for all of it. But kind of a blanket statement.
Yeah.
Now you got to hire a freaking PR team to thank everyone for wishing you a happy birthday. Fucking Facebook ruined society, dude. It did. I hate that goddamn website. Everybody subscribe to Charlie Berens on Facebook. I don't even give a shit.
Just constantly living in a glass house.
I know, because Facebook is the only reason I'm standing here today. Charlie, can't you just take the good and the bad? Why are we always looking at the glass half full? There's still beer in that glass. I actually am thankful for Facebook. One aspect of it, that I was able to do comedy. outside of that, I think it can rot in hell. So Miles, back to your birthday. What kind of present are you hoping to get?
I'm probably just gonna get another golf shirt from my parents.
Yeah,
that's what I got last year, and honestly, I like that. I'm to the stage where like I never think to go buy a golf shirt, so yeah, I'll take a golf shirt for my birthday. Easy peasy. I'll be on vacation golfing so that I can just wear it the next day. Perfect.
You want to hear my beef with golf shirts before you go on to your next present?
Go ahead.
Golf shirts, man. You wear these things, they hold your smell. You know, I try to wear shirts a few different times before washing them, you know, and a golf shirt, you can't do that with because like it's rank, you know. Do you notice that? I think it's the polyester.
I don't wear golf shirts more than once in a row. Usually because I sweat, you know.
When you golf?
Yeah.
Really?
Especially when I was 60 pounds heavier. I'd sweat on the way to the course with the AC on.
All right. That's funny visual.
But in terms of gift from like Anne.
Yeah. She gave you a baby.
Yeah. And we kind of just decided not really to do gifts to each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we just don't really do it.
Yeah.
Like I'll send her flowers and stuff, but like actually going in a gift, we're both like, if you just want something, let's just buy it whenever you want it.
Oh.
Plus, like we go on a nice vacation, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like
you guys, your gift is to each other every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, some people like the gift giving aspect.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? You talk about the love languages.
Yeah.
Neither of ours are gifts.
Interesting.
So,
well, that's good.
I'd rather just go to dinner and have a good conversation with my wife rather than her get me a present.
Wow.
Because then I got to figure out what to say once I open it. You know, it's like,
oh yeah, where it's.
Thanks.
I like the people that are really looking at you.
Wow, I really did need one of these. How did you know? Oh yeah, you texted me and asked me what I wanted, and then I told you, and that's exactly what I got. What a surprise!
You know, I was listening to this thing at one point in the car. I was driving somewhere, but this person was talking about sort of like gifts and that initial reaction. Like some people give gifts for that. They get high off that initial reaction of you like opening a gift, you know, and if you're not excited enough, it kind of blows it. But I feel like there are some presents where you're not excited to open it, but the long-term excitement you have for that gift, it can't be measured in that. Some people aren't like good at showing emotion when they open something right away, but they really do like it and appreciate it. So all you gift givers out there, just know that if you got resting present face, it doesn't mean that they hate the present necessarily.
Yeah.
Good PSA. Well, sounds like you're done with this intro, Miles.
Yeah. No. Thanks for wishing me a happy birthday, Charlie.
Happy birthday.
Means a lot.
Happy birthday. You remember that Christmas cartoon where the snowman goes, happy birthday?
I don't.
Yeah, it's great. You should look it up. All right. Let's take some calls.
Well, guys, we got Connor on the line. He is from New England, and he's wondering how someone who is Midwest nice can still tell someone to fuck off.
That's a good question, Connor. Where you said you just move out to the East Coast?
No, so I actually, so I live in the Carolinas now. I'm originally from New England.
Okay. So, yeah. So you're moved away from New England. You're maybe, because, I mean, if you're a New Englander, I feel like you're just telling people to F off left and right.
That's how you say good morning.
And now he is gotten away from it and maybe wants to clean it up a little bit.
He wants to clean it up. He wants to be, though he's not from the Midwest, ladies and gentlemen, he's looking to spread that Midwest cheer. And even when he's got a jeer. Yeah. You like that rhyme?
So who do you think, who is this going to be targeted at? You clearly have someone in mind.
So kind of when I called in and left the voicemail, so what triggered me, so I'm a beer salesman in the Carolinas. And I used to work for a big wholesaler, and I actually used to sell a whole lot of Busch Light. But now I work for a smaller brewery in the Carolinas. Kind of what triggered me was, you know, it was like 3:00 on a Friday afternoon, and an account called me and said, you know, we we give accounts a lot of free stuff like glassware or the coasters that you see, kind of the branded coasters in bars. And an account called me at like 3 o'clock on a Friday and said, "Hey, I'm completely out of glassware. I need you to bring me 2 cases right away before the end of the day today." You know, I was like, "Listen, there's no way on Friday at 3 o'clock you just found out you had no glasses." So kind of stuff like that. And, you know, it's the same that goes when they'll call on a Friday, around the same time. And their delivery day was on Tuesday, and they'll say, "Hey, I never got my keg on Tuesday." And I'm like, "Oh, cool. You waited till Friday to let me know. So you can go fuck yourself."
Whoa. Hold on, Charlie.
What's that?
So this is essentially they are your customer, correct?
Correct.
And you are delivering product to them, correct?
Correct. I technically don't deliver it. I sell it to them, but
yeah,
neither here
but
nor
your company's delivering that. And they call you
Correct.
and say, "You guys didn't deliver the keg I ordered," and you're telling them to fuck off. What's up with that? That seems like
very Boston of you.
Yeah, it seems like that might be you are the problem, not necessarily them.
So my whole point of it is, listen, your delivery day was on Tuesday. You didn't notice until Friday at 3 o'clock that you didn't get your keg. Now I have no time to get anything done for you. If you noticed on Wednesday your keg didn't come in,
well,
hey, I got 2 days to figure it out.
I mean, if you just would have done it right the first time, you wouldn't have to work at 3 o'clock on a Friday.
Exactly. But I don't tell people this, but what always comes to my mind, long time ago, my dad said to me, "Your lack of planning is not my emergency." And that comes to my mind every single time something like this pops
I think you might be taking that a little bit out of context if you guys didn't get your beer delivered.
Your lack of planning is not my emergency. Your lack of being unable to do your job correctly the first time is their emergency.
Yeah, Connor, you're going to have to find out. The glass one, I can kind of... How does a bar go... Oh, geez, sorry, I'm stepping on Miles's cord. And by the way, want to talk about Midwest Nice, instead of politely saying, "Charlie, you're stepping on my cord for the 3rd time this show," he just yanks it like a pissed off dad, you know? And I think Miles's advice to you was kind of like pissed off dad advice, you know? Yeah. That's what you got to remember here, Connor, is like, you know, the Midwest, we're nice, but, you know, we'll tell it to you how it is. And that's because we all have that Midwest dad in our life. So, yeah, I think with the keg, you're in the wrong. With the glassware, I could see it. But at the same time, you know, you want these accounts to buy your beer. So it's kind of...
and that's why, you know, it's more... The more frustrating part is when they ask me for those little things, you know, late on a Friday. And it's like, listen, hey, you know, between me and you, I've already packed it in at 3 o'clock on Friday.
You packed it in at 3 o'clock on a Friday? Wow. Sounds...
Dude.
I'm ready drinking beer. Dude, I'm ready at the bar drinking beer.
I've met so many people that are in the beer distribution business. The salesmen never fucking work, Charlie.
Is that how it goes?
They are never on the clock.
It's all about relationships, and my relationship building is I'm going to come have a beer at your bar.
Exactly.
That's
so
it.
they're just so as soon as they're required to do a little ounce of work of emailing someone to drop off glassware, they can't handle it.
Yeah, I can't be bothered. I just cracked this beer. It's 3 o'clock on a Friday. Now, if you want to role play, Miles, how they should go.
Yeah, sure. Set the stage. What is it?
Connor, who do you want to play? You want to play you be the bar. Tell us exactly what the bar said, and Miles and we will be your Midwest sales team. And this is how we're going to kindly tell you to fuck off if you deserve it. All right? So give us a call that you had recently. Ring, 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 ring. Hello.
Hey, Charlie. How you doing, man?
Doing all right. I'm sitting here with Miles. We're just having a beer at the bar.
You want another one, Charles?
Yeah, let's do another one.
3 o'clock. Already? 3 o'clock?
You got to start sometime, you know.
Tell them we're doing a little market research.
Oh, yeah, we're doing market research. I'm testing this new beer out. It's pretty gosh darn good, I got to tell you. It's so good, I'm going to have another.
Right. Well, listen, this is Connor over here at Connor's Bar. Listen, man, I know it's late on a Friday, but my bartender just told me now we're completely out of glassware and coasters. We're not going to make it through the weekend. Got a real busy weekend coming up.
Yikes.
You know, man, I just don't know how I'm going to get through the weekend without any glasses. Is there any way, I know it's late on a Friday. Is there any way you can get us some down here like right away? A couple cases will get us through the weekend.
A couple cases of glasses.
Couple. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Really putting us in a tight spot.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose we could.
We could.
Yikes. Woof.
Well,
let's let me ask you
so
this.
like, do you need, you know,
How bad?
Here we go, Charlie. We could do a themed Toby Keith tribute night, and you guys could just use red Solo cups all night.
How about
How's that sound? A little marketing.
You got yourself a Walmart close by?
That might work.
Okay.
Maybe I'll DoorDash you one. Quick question.
On Sharpie, I could write your beer company. I could just write Sharpie on the cups. That might work. That might work out.
That's not a bad idea. How are you out of glassware, by the way? I mean, as a bar, you kind of have like one job, and well, you got many jobs, but that's a pretty important one.
I feel like these bartenders, they just chuck them on the ground at the end of the night.
Yeah, that's
just a big let's break everything in the bar day.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times your employees are a reflection of your management style, Connor. So, you know, we could run to the office, grab some glassware, and bring it over there. But you might also want to take a look at how you're leading these people.
Okay.
Because, Connor, I'm going to be honest with you. I just cracked the second beer, and it's not safe to drive when you got 2 beers in you. So it's going to be at least another hour before I can drive, assuming I don't get another beer. And, I just got another beer bought for me at the bar. Thank you, Miles. And, so this is going to be a real tough one. I'll see if I can DoorDash you some glasses. But, my recommendation is just, you know, sometimes you got to learn the lesson the hard way. And I think that if we step in and save you now, well...
Yeah, I mean, what lesson is he really learning? You know, my Midwest dad would always make sure I learned a lesson. And would we really be acting in his best interest if we just solved his problem?
No, we can't just reprimand you and then bring you the glasses. That'd be learning the lesson the soft way. But you want to be hard, don't you, Connor? Yeah,
I like learning them the hard way. That's for sure.
Yep. Well,
yeah.
There's gonna have to be that.
I'm just saying we should have planned better. I can't make my lack of planning your guys' emergency. I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we really learned today.
Yeah.
So
I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit here. Thank you, Miles. I'm gonna drink this beer and I'm gonna think about you and the lesson you're learning, and I'll say a prayer for you. And I might light a candle for church in you the next time I'm there.
Hey, just have one for me. You might as well tip another back for me.
All right. Cheers. And by the way, we're still good for the. You're still buying the whole the 3 kegs next month, right?
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, since you kind of inconvenienced us today, disrupting our market research, I'll put you down for 6 kegs next month. How's that sound?
Okay. All right. We can do that.
All right.
See, there you go.
Don't let it happen again, though. Well, I suppose, Charles.
I suppose it's about that time. Let's do another. So, yeah, Connor, you know, we didn't really answer your question how to, but
that's what you do. You just start talking.
You start talking, and the general vibe of all the words you're putting together is going to eventually spell fuck off, but you don't have to explicitly say it.
Yeah, and if you can throw in a lot of in there, it lessens the blow of the FU.
Yeah, the groans go a long way.
They're trying to make me feel bad. I just got to make them feel bad for making me feel bad.
Exactly.
It's a classic gaslight situation, but in a nice way.
Perfect. I love it.
Yeah, nice gaslight.
So, yeah, there you go.
Anything else on your mind, Connor?
No, not really. Where are you guys drinking today?
We're over here at Doc Jekyll's in Appleton, Wisconsin. You got to get up here sometime.
Yeah, I got to get back. I'm visiting. I'm in Rhode Island right now.
Oh,
I'm in a parking lot talking to you guys.
They say bubbler over there.
Yes, we say bubbler here for sure.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I grew up for 21 years before I moved down south.
Oh, cool, man. Just living the island life.
Yeah. Roads and the islands.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Well, we hope you enjoy your time over there in Rye. And, yeah, we'll have to, we'll see you next time we're out there in Providence.
Yes. That sounds good.
All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in, and let's deliver those kegs on time and to the right spot from now on. How about?
That's always the main goal. It's always the main goal.
We're not mad at you, Connor. We're just a little disappointed.
Well, I learned a good lesson here today calling into the Bellied Up podcast. I appreciate that, guys.
You betcha. You watch for lobster over there, all right?
All right, guys.
See you soon.
How do your mother for me?
We will.
Whoa.
We will.
What about my dad?
And your dad.
Oh, he's still on the line. I thought we hung up.
See you, Connor.
See you guys.
Yeah, say hi to your mom for me. Fuck. Shit. Dude, what? It's folks.
That's kind of an East Coast thing. That's kind of a Macky Mock thing. Say hi to your mother for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, this is a classic situation of getting mad at it. It's a defense mechanism when you mess up your own job.
Yeah.
Start getting pissed at the other person.
That's how it goes.
But honestly,
What?
if this whole podcasting, comedy, all that stuff does fall apart, we are a phenomenal tag team for a beer salesman.
Oh, we would be great, dude.
We doubled our sales with that account in the matter of like 5 minutes there.
I mean, that was all you, too. It was kind of like
your rambling
Mhm.
led to the sale, and that's really what it was about.
That's what I like. My rambling.
Because you
leads to
kind
the
of just
sale.
got to get them to the point where they just need to get out of the conversation.
Yeah, I
They'll agree to
exhaust them.
anything.
I
Yeah.
exhaust them.
You're the exhauster.
And then you're sitting there like giving them the off ramp.
Yeah.
But the off ramp's going to cost them, you know?
It's like a boxing match where you just run around for a while, get them real tired, and then you still got all your juice, and you one punch and they're done.
Boom.
A little rope a dope.
Do you box, Miles?
No.
We should box sometime.
Okay. Well, should we take another caller?
Let's do it.
Hi, is this Becky?
This is.
Becky, you got Miles and Charlie from the Bellied Up podcast. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. You got some time to chat with us?
I actually do have a little time, yes.
Awesome. All right. Well, guys, we have Becky from Colorado.
Becky in the hot seat.
Becky is her friend group Stoner, and she keeps getting gifts with weed leaves on them. What's the problem
Yes.
with that? Becky, what's the problem?
You know, it's fine. I appreciate it. I'm just not someone who's very outward about my stonerness.
Apparently not, Becky, because all your friends are getting you the same gift. So
I know. I mean, it's birthdays, it's Christmas, it's dish towels and socks, and you know. So I don't know. I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think smoking and drinking for leisure is any different?
Smoking weed. Actually, you know what, Becky? You called in the right podcast. When I was in college, freshman year, I wrote a paper on the differences between the psychoactive properties of marijuana and alcohol and the physical properties. And I'll tell you right now.
Did you really?
I did, and I got an A on it, and my parents were upset. And From a psychoactive perspective, they are similar, but I suppose it all depends on like how much. From a smoking perspective, you're actually like you inhale deeper with weed, so it's actually can be worse than cigarettes if you're like smoking a lot. It just takes less smoke to get you high. But from the drinking thing, I think all bets are out the window ever since that we're in this sort of gray, not legal thing, because the dope they have these days is so. Now I sound like an old man. You know, the dope they have these days, it's different from when I was smoking it. Back in my day, you could get a whole bag for a nickel. They called it a nickel bag. And that was half of it was marijuana. The other half, they actually put leaves in it, for God's sake. So I was smoking oak with it, too. And now these days, you don't know.
In the car with strangers.
Yeah, you don't get in car with strangers. You smoke dope with them outside the car. Don't be driving and smoking. But
yeah, and then they invented the old hot box, and that's when society went downhill.
You know, I tell you what, I'll tell you when society went downhill is when they started these freaking vape things. You know, everyone's sitting there just sucking on their robot peckers. It's like, for God's sakes, do it acoustic style or don't do it at all. That's roll a blunt and grow up.
You're right.
You know?
It's simply too convenient.
Yeah. So, you know, I do think that I've read some studies on it recently just for fun. And I think that the amount of THC that they're putting in this stuff, here's the problem. You got to regulate it. The government's got to just say it's legal now. And then you got to actually get somebody in there who's not getting bought off by the big weed industry, you know, so they can actually say, are you using pesticides in this stuff? Are you not? Because you're not just smoking marijuana. You're smoking whatever freaking pesticides they decide to throw into that deal. So
that's right. That's why here in Colorado, it's nice because we can grow our own.
Yeah, and you get some real hippie grow. Yeah, if you're growing your own.
We do.
Yeah, that certainly helps. Now, how much are you smoking a day, Becky? You high right now?
You know, I am actually. I'm not gonna lie.
Good for you.
But because I smoke before I go to the gym, so I'm sitting in the gym parking lot. I was about to go in. I got my little smoke on, and then you called, and I was like, shit.
Yeah, she's going to lose it. Yeah. She got to do it again before she goes in.
You're an active smoker. I like it. It's nice working out.
I am.
Yeah, it's nice working out with a little
It is nice. Have you ever tried?
I've tried it. Yeah, I will say, though, that how often are you high all day, every day?
No, I'm not high all day. I smoke at night, or I take a gummy before bed to help me sleep.
Okay.
And then, you know, I'll smoke before the gym or, you know, I am a daily smoker.
You're a daily.
Or gummier.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think anything you do on a daily basis, you want to watch out for that because, you know, you're really committing to it.
Yeah, because she was definitely about to go down the rabbit hole of talking about how alcohol's worse for you than weed and all that. But if you
I wasn't. I wasn't, Miles. I promise. I do not believe that.
Oh, okay.
But I do believe that weed is not as bad as people think who have never smoked it, who drink a bottle of wine a night.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you're talking, it's same church, different pew. You know, if you're...
Right.
If you're doing...
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Alcohol, I don't think that's good for you. I don't think... I think that's pretty. We're not doing this stuff because it's good for you necessarily. Like,
right.
There are some people like talking about the health benefits of marijuana and alcohol, and I think all those are kind of dubious at best. But you know, moderation in all things, as they say.
Yes, I agree.
So, what have you been doing personally, other than just smoking all the time, that has caused your friends to be like, she needs these socks with weed leaves on them?
I don't know. I don't talk about it. I'm not, you know, someone who's super open about it to strangers. I just think it's because they know I prefer it over drinking wine or, you know, alcohol or beer.
But if you were
So
a
it's
big,
like,
but if
it's
you
a
were a
thing.
big wine drinker, they're not going to give you socks with wine glasses on 'em.
Right. Yes. That's,
yeah.
that's the point. It's like, okay, guys, I don't know what to do with all this. You know, I mean, I just end up giving it to Goodwill, and you know, we're in Colorado, so I'm sure it gets used.
It gets bought up pretty good. So you
Yeah.
grow your own weed, huh?
I tried last year. Yes, that was my first attempt.
And what happened?
And I put it in my garden outside. I started it inside. I put it outside, and I think it hermaphrodited. Do you know what that? I've just learned about this.
It went from weed to
So-
CBD. Isn't the male plant CBD and the female is the THC?
I don't know. I don't know all of
What
that.
kind of
but-
stoner are you, Becky? Start reading papers on this stuff.
Right? I know. Like you, I should go back to college and do that.
Yeah.
Don't go back to college.
Anyway.
It's because you
So,
didn't put any
when it-
pesticides on it. That's what happened.
That's right. I know. Who knows? Anyway, it basically grows a bunch of seeds instead of the actual flower. and
Shake,
so then
we
it's
would call
not
that
very
back in the
good.
day. Back when you could get a nickel bag for a
shake.
nickel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now I know. Thank you for that.
Ditchweed, something like that.
So why don't you just So you prefer the smoking over the gummies and the drinks?
No, I prefer just THC over alcohol, basically. I mean,
No.
I take gummies. I don't smoke all the time. I don't like how it smells.
Yeah, but even
actually,
like the
on me,
THC drinks, I mean.
but- Oh, I haven't tried the drinks before. Have you guys tried the drinks?
Yeah.
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 I
Yeah.
haven't. Are they the same? Do they feel?
They're all right. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Same church, different pew.
Same church, different pew. You know, everything's
prefer
different.
gummies.
Everything's different. Like
Yeah.
with alcohol, you know what you're getting. You don't really.
That's great.
But even with alcohol, whiskey to you is different than tequila and beer, and it all
Right.
acts differently as well.
Yeah, I'm just saying they have an alcohol percentage on it. And I guess they do with THC, they say 2.5 milligrams. But
Mhm.
I think some people like the gummies work on them different than the smoking. And then
Yeah,
I think the vapes, generally speaking, are just terrible for you.
I do too.
Yeah. Because you'd have no idea what they're putting in that stuff. There's like formaldehyde in some of them and all that.
Oof.
And then you get this out here, we got like this Delta 8 stuff. And I don't know that that's exactly what you want to do. Once you start getting a lab involved, if it doesn't come from the ground, man, you can't trust it.
That's right. Yes.
I don't really know.
So I just kind of feel like it's a little hypocritical of people sometimes, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's alcohol's not good for you, and weed's probably not really good for you either. So you kind of know whatever you're doing. Yeah, it's not that
It's
great
also
for you.
kind of funny that people are like, weed's going to rot your brain. You're going to turn into a loser, this and that. But then, like, people just get hammered drunk and drive home and get in a car accident.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, or they're like puking all night and they're hungover for 2 days, you know, now that I'm in my late 30s.
Interesting fact
And
about.
it's like-
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I say interesting fact about marijuana. The first law in the United States revolving around marijuana was that each household was mandated to grow a plant. And the reason is that was for the hemp industry. That's how they made ropes for sailing. And sailing was the whoever controlled the oceans controlled trade. And so every household was mandated to grow marijuana. And it wasn't until the Mexican-American War, where basically we stole Texas, that's when they started to criminalize marijuana because it was the traditional intoxicant of the Mexicans. And so that's when you had that, that's where the whole reefer madness thing came into play
Yes.
and all that sort of stuff. That's what got
you
me
are
the
very
A.
knowledgeable
Yeah.
on marijuana.
Yeah, my parents, I went to college and I came back with that paper and they were like, the hell are you doing? You kidding me?
I think they
Frickin'
knew.
liberal
I
arts
think they knew what you were
education.
doing.
Yeah, I know.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but
Well,
So, Charlie, how would you recommend she stops getting those types of gifts?
how would you stop getting them?
I think you got to make something else that you maybe would want more. Your whole personality, even if it's kind of like your on camera persona. You know, it's like even if you're not doing it behind the scenes, just pick something else that maybe you'd want more.
Yeah, become a real big fan of like the Grateful Dead.
like I just have to like develop a hobby.
That's
just so you can stop getting those gifts.
Right. Okay. I do like to paint. Maybe I can get more into that.
Yeah,
of course you like to paint.
You like to paint. You like to play frisbee golf.
I don't. You
like playing the didgeridoo in your spare time.
You like rain sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the
likes making necklaces with glass beads on them.
Hemp.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I actually don't look like a stoner. People are surprised that I smoke weed.
Apparently they're not. Apparently they're not surprised to the point where they're getting you birthday presents with.
Well, yeah, then I have to hide it. Like, oh, thanks. And they're like, what did Anna get you? And I'm like, oh, not just some socks, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just start hammering the painting thing, you know, don't shut up about it. And also, I throw out stuff like, God, I just wish I had more brushes and stuff, and just start dropping the hints. But
I
then
like it.
It would be so funny if they're like, oh yeah, she's really into painting, let's get her some painting stuff. Let's get her some paintbrushes with weed leaves on the handles.
Oh, that would be sick.
So maybe you gotta pick a holiday. You gotta pick a hobby that they just don't sell anything with weed leaves on it, which is hard to find these days. They like order a special paintbrush off of Etsy. Like it's custom painted by someone. Damn it.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Do you paint? Do you sell your work, or you just do it for you?
I haven't painted in a couple of years, but I was painting, I did sell it a little.
Well, okay. Now we'll get to it. What are you doing all this weed and not painting? You're wasting the good stuff.
This is what happened. She was a painter first. Then she found that smoking weed helped her be a better painter. And then she found out that painting just got in the way of her smoking weed. And that's how we got here today.
Oh my gosh, that is not true.
What do you do for work?
I'm a hairstylist.
Do you do that high? That's a yes. I'm
going to plead the fifth on that.
Okay. All right. Do you have
I am better at men's cuts, actually, because you can just really hyper focus in on that, you know?
Yeah.
But
how long are your haircuts?
Anywhere from 1 to 3 hours.
Wow.
No, I'm just teasing. Yeah. So
okay, I got a question that you as a hairstylist, you seem like a pretty level-headed gal. I wouldn't rope you in with all of the other crazy hairstylists. Why do you think that hairstylists have gotten such a bad rap of just being crazy all the time?
I think it attracts that type of a person sometimes. I think that people who like drama tend to be drawn to drama.
Because you're basically just gossiping all day at work, talking to the clients, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
I mean, they tell you all their problems. I mean, and it's funny because they tell you their problems and they tell you about their family, and then they refer their family to you. So then I know all these things about these people that come in, and I've never met them before, and they have no idea.
That's fascinating, man.
So
that is fascinating.
Want to know a little trick that I've done? I'm in the same scenario. The gal that cuts my hair cuts my entire family. So if I want someone to change their behavior, I just leak that to my hairstylist, knowing that it's probably going to get around to him.
Wow.
And therefore, I don't have to bring it up to him, you know?
This is so Midwest.
That's really smart.
Talking to your family by proxy of your hairdresser.
It's very non-confrontational.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Wow. My mom she just constantly wants me to be there at like 6 a.m. for holidays. And I just kind of want to show up at like noon, you know? And then next thing you know, next Christmas, it's not 6 a.m., but it's like 10:30 I get to show up.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever heard in a hairdresser chair?
Heard somebody tell me about their situation or just seen or...
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of crazy things.
What's the weirdest thing that's been confessed to you in the chair?
I had this crazy lady one time come in, and I think she was on some hard drugs. And she told me that she had just gotten a tattoo, and she showed me and pulled her pants down in the salon in her thong. I was just standing there with her butt out. And no one knew what to do. I mean, we were like, oh, that's really nice.
What was the tattoo
and then, it was like a flower.
Okay.
It was
some type of a botanical.
It was actually it was a tattoo of Moses.
Splitting.
And what is it? The Red Sea or the Dead Sea?
The Red Sea.
The Red Sea. And they had the waves on either side, on either cheek. And then
no, that would have been something to see, though. I will say.
She had someone
Moses parting the Brown Sea.
Full moon.
Why has no one ever just gotten the tattoo on both cheeks of just the moon on their ass? That'd be a clever one.
Maybe they have.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm sure somebody has.
Had to have.
There's an ass out there somewhere.
Well, this has been great, Becky. We appreciate you calling in and delaying we appreciate us calling you, letting us delay your workout a little bit.
You know what? It was such a pleasure. Oh, can I say something to you, Miles?
Sure.
You look so great since you went to the gym, and you are looking like a snack.
Oh,
damn! Whoa, he's married.
Here,
you're happily married
as well.
Take that from me.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you so you know.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I know Charlie gets a lot of attention, but I wanted to say.
I didn't know I get a lot of attention.
And I was single, and you were single. I'd be like, hey, that guy's cute.
Damn.
Let's go, dude.
Miles. That's what's up, dude.
I just want to tell you. I want to encourage you. You're looking good.
Thanks.
Yeah, looking like a snack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you better watch out.
A little fruit roll up.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, well, I want to unravel you. You know?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying. You know.
Fruit by the foot over here. Yeah.
Oh, also, Miles, I really think you need to give Charlie another chance at the arm wrestle.
Thank you. Thank you.
I do. I'm sorry. I think you can. I'm not saying. I think it would be a good match.
Is that the moment you realized that maybe I'd crossed over into snack territory? Is when I took down Charlie.
I mean, a little. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it.
It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt.
Ever since that day, I've been crushing biceps every day at the gym, just waiting for my next moment. I'll find Miles when he's weak and ready to redo this, and I'll just be jerked up.
When you recover from your injury on your elbow or whatever.
Yeah, Lopper's elbow.
Beat him. If you beat him again, you'll never have to talk about it again.
That is true. Fuck, that is good.
You know? And then you can be like, bro, I beat you twice.
Yeah.
Let's drop it.
You're saying I need to prove it is what you're saying.
Yeah, prove it. We think it's just a fluke, Miles.
Well, funny thing is, Charlie, is the fluke is one of the most common fish in the sea. So,
is it? I never caught a fluke.
Anyways. Well,
anyway.
thank you very much.
Hey, guys. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you. You've been a real joy.
Yeah. Have a good day.
You too.
You
have a
too.
good workout.
Happy trails. Oh, Miles. We have stoners that listen to the podcast too, it seems.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that we have a very diverse audience.
We do. I think we do.
Yeah.
All over the world.
Worldwide.
It is fun to think about that once in a while. of some of the calls that we've gotten across the world and the different groups of people. It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Some days when you're feeling down, you just pump your own tires with that.
Mm-hmm. And Jared, I'm gonna need you to clip that last part and so I can send it to Ann.
Yeah, does Ann, now that you're out here looking like a snack, is Ann getting jealous?
I don't know. We're about to
jelly donut.
We're about to find out.
That's what's
go, dude. You know what I always say?
What do you always say, Mom?
I say you always gotta have a good lawyer in your back pocket because life happens.
First time I've ever heard you say that.
I always say that.
Well, I suppose if you're telling me you always say it. Maybe I haven't been paying attention. Maybe it's like when you get a yellow car and then you notice all the other yellow cars on the road.
Yeah, like if I was a Woody doll from the movie Toy Story and he pulled the string on my back, I would just say, you always got to have a good lawyer in your back pocket. You know?
Yeah, there's a good lawyer in your boot.
Yeah, you always got to have a good lawyer in your boot.
Yeah.
And no better lawyer to have in your pocket than Nicolay Law. Mr. Russell Nicolay over at Nicolay Law.
Good guy.
Because you never know what's going to happen. You may be having in an ATV accident, might hit a deer on the side of the road, and after your initial thought of, well, there's an extra 20 pounds of venison.
Yeah.
The next thought after that should be, I got to call Nicolay.
Yeah, that's an extra 20 pounds of venison. Where's my buck knife? Gotta call Nicolay.
There you go. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, punch.
Yeah, you get that lawyer in your what pocket, Miles?
Back pocket.
You're gonna be scratching your ass though, because he's got that nice beard. So, anyways, guys, call Nicolay.
If you're in an accident, you get hurt, the whole thing.
Yep, he'll get you that money you deserve.
Call 1-855-NICOLAY. All right, guys, we got another voicemail from Tucker. See what Tucker has to say.
All right, my name's Tucker Jenkins, 25. Yeah, so my thing is, what's up with all these auto parts stores? Like AutoZone has like super shitty customer service. I was there yesterday, asked a dude for a part. He goes back, comes back up, says he can't find it, but all he did was go and like stand in between, like two of the registers, like didn't even look. And then you go to O'Reilly's, they don't have the part half the time, so don't know really what's up with these auto part stores. Other time, I was at AutoZone, dude straight up told me don't buy their stuff because it's all like built poorly, so you have to come back. So yeah, just trying to find a new auto parts store, someplace that I can get something decent and fix my truck that's falling apart. So, all right, y'all have a good one. Bye.
Also, I knew exactly what he's talking about, just going and standing between this stuff and just like looking and being like, yeah, we don't have it.
The problem here with these AutoZones and O'Reilly's is they spend all their time on the marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah. They get the O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Wow. And then what's AutoZone? Get in the zone. AutoZone. Yeah, if they didn't spend all their money on those radio ads, they might have some decent customer service. What you really got to do is find your mom and pop shop, okay? More like your Larry and Frank shop. These guys are going to have the things that you need, and so you go find the local ones typically because they can't afford to have one bad store. They only have one store.
That's true.
So,
what I will have to say, Charlie, is I think you would be the perfect person to own an auto parts store.
Me? Oh, yes. I take that as a compliment. Why do you think that?
Yeah, you're folksy.
Yeah.
You don't really have to be organized, Clearly,
that's true.
These guys are just going and looking in random spots for parts.
Yeah.
And you just, I don't know. I just feel like you just would fit right in at an auto parts store. I can't believe you've never worked at one.
I appreciate that. No, I worked at a bike shop. I was a bike mechanic, bicycles. And my bench was always messy, but you know what? I got the job done, Miles. I got the job done. Actually, I do have a lot of bike parts. You know what I used to do in college? I worked at the bike shop. I wasn't getting paid a lot, so I would go look for dead bikes. You know, you see a bike that's been locked to a thing for a long enough time, it's starting to rust out. You take your hacksaw over there. You just cut the frame. If it's a bad frame, then you got a whole new set of parts. You know, so someone call that thievery, but I was calling it recycling.
So you're the guy
then.
that's stealing like Cadillac converters and fuel pumps and shit out of trucks.
These are cars that have been. These are bicycles that have been abandoned. You know, like Sarah McLachlan. You know, if these bikes were living, she'd be doing commercials for them. And I'm rescuing them. I'm giving them new life.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So,
what would the theme of your auto parts store be?
the theme?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
we'll keep her moving. You like that?
Go.
I mean, come on. It writes itself, Miles.
Do you have a Keep Her Moving song on your albums?
I do. Yeah.
Let's hear it.
You want to hear it? All right. Thanks. I thought you'd never ask.
No, you need to sing it.
I already recorded it. We'll play it out for the episode today.
So this would be your theme song if you had an auto parts store called Keep Her Moving.
Oh, interesting. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so I won't play the song. I'll just be like, keep her moving. Keep her moving, folks. Come on down here, whether you hit a deer or slam. Well, I won't say something else that rhymes with beer. Or I said beer. Anyways, don't drink and drive, all right? But if you got screwed by a drunk driver, bring your car over here. We'll fix it up for you for free because Miles is paying for it. Keep her moving. Yeah.
You're like Zelensky on Tommy Boy. What's his first name? The guy who's like the big wig guy. Ray Zelensky, I think is his name.
Oh, doing the commercials and stuff.
Yeah. For the American working man, by the American working man.
Yeah, that's good. I should do that. Maybe I should switch careers.
Yeah, I think you should.
You trying to kick me out of this podcast, Miles?
No.
He is, isn't he? He talks about it. It's like, you know how good this would be if I had a different host? Who would you get if it wasn't me hosting this? Who would you get?
Oh, God. Probably like Kevin Hart or someone like that.
Yeah. That's it, Miles. We are donezo. Another one in the books. High five up top.
We talked to people today. We took maybe we took a voicemail or two, or maybe none at all. But it was a good episode of the Bellied Up podcast. We are at a bar
sipping beer and oxygen.
And we have beers and good times.
Good times to be had, folks. Tip your bartender.